Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Total Evelyn. I'm at my old house where I was brought up with my three brothers and my little sister and my mummy just right behind. Today's video is never let yourself get so high in the world that you forget where you came from, because that's what shapes us in life. That's what makes us the people who we are today. Join me after this short break. Lots of bumblebees here. I always remember lots of bumblebees. That over there is the holly bush where my brother's memory is, because he's sadly not here anymore. So it is a bit of an emotional kind of time to go back, but a lot of really happy memories and a lot of inspiration. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to Total Evelyn. This is the house. When my mum was here, this garden and hedge was cut right down because she always looked after it. Sadly, she's not here anymore, but if she was here, she would be going absolutely crazy. Sit in this garden and my mum would just pass out food, glorious food, all day to us. This is a tree here for my brother's memory. It was a little piece when he died, a little cut-in. It's grown like wildfire. They've got the roses back here. Oh, I always loved the roses. And had really nice neighbours up here, and everybody was really close. So today's video, I'm going to talk about why you should never forget where you came from and always remember the lessons that we learn on the way. I'm going to sit at my mum's front door. Many a fight, many a challenge in this stair, because there was big families, 3 brothers, older brothers, younger sister. So much screaming and shouting in this stair. Fantastic memories, never get that back, ever. That was the back green. You had to have a key to get in that back green. Oh, miss it so much. I don't know if they've still got a key, but they used to be very strict. Oh, yep, it's locked. Okay. My mum would be happy about that. Let's chat about why you should never, ever forget your roots. Here goes. I'm going to sit on this step because this is where we all used to sit, all the families, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So we all sat on the steps and we all had carry on. And my mum would come out that window and give us all a round for loitering. Always stay humble, stay respectful. Always appreciate the people who helped you on your way. Keep your focus and never let fear get in the way of where you're going in life, where your dreams are and what you always wanted. I remember when I was staying in the back bedroom, my sister and I sharing a room, I had pictures up on my wall of what I wanted, what my dreams were, where I wanted to go in my life, and I never let go of them. Moved on, and I managed to be quite successful, having a few houses, and I really appreciated it. And I always appreciate the people who mentored me and helped me on the way. I acknowledge where you came from. Why is that important? Well, it's important because it makes you realise where you've came. It makes sense, doesn't it? So why acknowledge the source of your success? Because it stands to reason, without it you would have absolutely nothing. And without being grateful for the good fortune you've been given, then you become someone that thinks that they've done it all on their own. And trust me, none of us done it on our own. We've always needed someone to help. We all had the help, whether we want to admit it or we don't. Many times in my life I've had lots of failures, I've had lots of disasters, and I came up and down that path and walked into my mum's, who was my counsellor. I just thrashed it out in the living room, and it always felt so much better. I used to come here, I'd be coming up the path and there'd be a mountain of problems. I'd walk into my mum's, and within 2 minutes I've had a cup of tea in my hand, and we'd be going over the problems, and the problems would be all lifted from my burden. And sometimes I didn't like the answer, sometimes I didn't like the grief, sometimes I didn't like the truth, but I had to take it. I took it because I had respect for my mum, I had respect from the source of the person who was helping me, and pulling me up and pushing me, who understood me and who really had my back, who wanted to help me and wanted to see me succeed. And that's why sometimes I had to shut the, as my mum would say, shut the up. So it was a harsh lesson, but you got the answers and it made you feel good. Every time I came out this house, I walked up and down that path. I could be crying going in, I'd be laughing going out. Best lessons and the best gratitude, because most of all I felt understood, and so many people don't understand this. When they're moving up, they forget the people that helped them on the way because it doesn't mean anything to them. So you should always remember the people that helped you on your way. You should always go back to the humble beginnings. That's what success to me is all about. It doesn't matter where you start, it's where you're going, it's your journey. And for me, the secret to success is to never forget your roots, because by not forgetting where you came from, you can only go forward. You'll always be grateful and humble to the people who helped you. The real people, the ones you love and the ones that you know that love you and that have your heart. And of course, this makes you keep doing the things that you love doing, because you know that you're grateful, and you'll always have a shout out for people who have helped. The big word, loyalty. Loyalty is never forgotten. How can you forget loyalty? Loyalty is a form of respect. Sure, I've had times and opportunities where I could forget where I come from when I'm in these beautiful places abroad, or I'm living the high life in these big houses that I've managed to live in throughout my life. But I've never forgotten where I came from, because that's what grounds you. Still and always will remain loyal to the people who were good to me. Never forget when you're a loyal person, because it's quite a rare find actually. The people that aren't very loyal people, then my advice to you would be you're missing a golden opportunity. When you're loyal, doors open to you. When you're disloyal, doors close on your face. I can guarantee you that. Because you're not building depth. And when you're not building depth, you're just showing people who you are. You show people who you are and what they're worth to you. Loyal relationships who have mentioned you and helped you on your way, for me means that remembering where you came from is not enough. My mum always said, money makes the world go round. When you give it, you get it back. We were brought up in a family there where we were all very kind, we were fair, we were respectful, we had each other's backs. Sometimes we were on the up, then we would help others. We had fights, we had arguments, we had lots of fights. We had drama in this house, it was great, it really was. But most of all, we had something that people don't seem to get. We had integrity, we had love. And we were always about paying it forward. Pay it forward, help other people to grow. When you manage to be able to be a successful person, then you should be able to share that remedy and help others, because what is the point if you don't? You owe it to other people to build them up. So where I came from is the inspiration. This is the roots, guys. This is my roots. Whenever I feel that I need that little talk, even though my mum's not here anymore and I might get a row from the neighbours upstairs, sometimes I'll nip into the garden and I'll just stand there at the tree and talk to my brother Charles. This is the inspiration for me. When I was growing up, the inspiration was outside this house, where I wanted to go. The big house, the big holidays, the growing, the success. But it has to come from the roots, guys. Got to understand the meaning of the word respect, know the meaning of the word integrity. And business, people give you chances, opportunities come your way. They don't always come your way. They come your way for a little time in your life. When you get that opportunity, you take that opportunity, you remember the people who gave you the opportunity, always. Only seeing the success stops us from seeing our true ability, stops us from seeing our true passion. So when you share where you came from, you share how incredible and how straightforward it can be. This door is getting on my nerves. I can't remember this happening before. We used to have a stopper. That's it now. Stay put, stay put. So you see guys, success looks complicated until you see where our heroes end up. And it's all about a story, isn't it? That's the job, isn't it? The job is to share the success story, share the incredible journey that you've came, to remember the memories of where you've been and the humble beginnings and who you are from that, and continue to be yourself, always be as respectful yourself, always remembering the people, always remembering who was good to you, always remembering the ones that would trample over you in a minute, but the ones that would carry you all the way. It's how they get the strategies and the tools to help youngsters to do the same. Share your journey and help for the schools to learn people how they can go out and do things on their own. How did they manage it? How did they manage to be as successful? How did they get from A to B? And how did they see the inspiration from the little bedroom in the back there, sharing with the sister? How did you see the inspiration? What did you do? What was your plan of action? What was your dreams? How did you manage to do it? Care for each other, care for people, and help others. If not, what is the absolute point? I'm going to finish up over at my tree because I'm going to speak to my brother. I'll take you over with me, and I'm going to duck underneath the windows in case I get into trouble. I hope that was of value to you guys. If you're enjoying the videos, then please subscribe, like and share to Total Evelyn. I'm doing videos 3 times a week now, and I'm adding in some stories of how I've managed through life, and I just want to really try and inspire people to be as kind and be as nice as me, but just be nice and kind. Being kind and being nice doesn't mean you get walked over. Sometimes you do, but that's a strength. That is an absolute strength. And to have trust in people, then when you've been bitten in the backside, the trust has to be. So let's go over and speak to someone who always respected people and always gave his absolute best. Our brother Charles, the tree. Wow, it's so sunny now, it's really nice. I'm going to duck under here. This is my mum's windows, look. Oh, well, it's somebody else's now. Trespassing. I think that single rose has been left here for me. I'm positive of it. Love pink roses. Sure, it's a little message from my mammy. It's a place I always come to when I'm feeling a bit needing a little rain check, a little push in the right direction. Humble beginnings. Wow. I feel like a youngster again. I'm right under it. Huge. Back underneath again. Get her out. I used to do this when I was young because my mum would shout me in. I have to hide under the window so she couldn't see me because I never wanted to stay in. There'd be a big row of people all on the gate. About 20 people, honest, and sometimes we would get shouted at, get off the gate, but we never listened until they came out, and then we would be chased. We would run away from here about nearly time to get home because they didn't want to go in. It's really strange how people nowadays want to stay in the house. We just wanted to stay out all the time, playing games over that hedge, throwing ourselves over the hedge like warriors. My goodness. Okay guys, this is where my childhood and happy memories on Westlake Road. Thanks so much, lots of love, take good care, bye.